Check, check. Alright, so here we are again. I have to make sure to be quiet because it is getting late. So, unfortunately, in the last episode, my camera overheated, video cut out, so I figured I would record the last section of this the following day. So these will technically be 2 episodes. In the previous episode, I said this was going to be the worst episode yet, and this is the portion of the episode that I was speaking of. So in this video, be prepared, viewer discretion is advised, because I'm going to say something extremely strange, okay? So, those of you may know, there's a certain number that I like. And those of you may have already heard, the old saying, numbers don't lie. And you know what? Before I actually continue this, let me just say this one more time, because I feel like this doesn't, the last time I said it, it's not going to apply to this video since it's a new recording, but I'll say it one more time. I, Vincent Berrigan, swear on the Holy Bible itself and on myself, my own life, that everything that I'm about to say in this recording is 100% true and factual to my knowledge. So help me God. Amen. Even though that wasn't a prayer, but may God be with me, because I'm going to need his help right now. So, some of you, if you guys know me in real life, you may not even want to be my friend after this. That's how, or you may want to avoid me after this. That's how crazy it is. Disclaimer, it's not like I'm a 5150 or something. I'm not going to hurt anyone, or it's not something like that. Just bear with me here. So, throughout my life, there has been and I've never mentioned this in any of my videos, but if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on YouTube, then I know you guys have seen certain symbolism that I do in my posts, in my writings, whatever. There's a certain number that has always appeared to me just repeatedly throughout my entire life. And let me make sure this is getting the best audio. I do not have a shirt on under this. Why? Because fuck it, we ball. So, some people would refer to it as, oh, these are my angel numbers, or this is my lucky number. Me, I refer to it as the oracle. And I know that sounds crazy, but that's what I refer to this number as. I refer to this number as the oracle. Yes, similar to the Matrix oracle. Basically the same. So, why do I refer to it as the oracle? Because I believe, okay, honestly, I can't even say I believe, because it's factual. Let me put it to you like this. In recent times, even though this has been happening throughout my life recently, you know what? I'm just going to hold this. Or actually, no, I'm not going to hold it. So in recent times, throughout my entire life, this number has been repeatedly appearing throughout my life, right? But in recent times, I have began to communicate with someone or something. Now, is that thing good or is it evil? As far as I know, it is good. As far as I know. I cannot make myself any promises. I cannot make you any promises watching this. And the way we've been communicating is through this number. I'm not going to disclose what the number is. I will give you one hint. It is right before the degrees in Fahrenheit that is needed to take water from a solid to a liquid. And if you played football with me, it was my football number, my jersey number, I should say. So we've been communicating with this number, through this number. How do we communicate through this number? I'll say, okay, for example, this number has been repeatedly reoccurring in my life, right? So I'll make a prayer. I pray, at night. Sometimes before I go to sleep, sometimes after I wake up. So I'll make a prayer and I'll ask a question. And then I'll say, if the answer is yes, reveal the number to me or show me the number tomorrow. Here's from this time to this time. If I see the number, if it's obvious, then okay, I'll take it as a yes. If it does not appear, I'll take it as a no. And so let's go for anybody, I probably should have said this earlier, but for anybody who does not believe me, who thinks I'm a schizophrenic, lunatic, or smoking meth, or eating shrooms, mind you, I don't do any of those things. I definitely will never eat shrooms again. There's documentation and proof for all of this. And the evidence is taken in photos, and I have written statements from myself for every time it has occurred, because every time it occurs, I write it down. So let's go here with the first occurrence. Right here on Christmas Day in 2017, this was as far back as I could remember, the first time it appeared to me. My dad had handed me a magazine for some shoes, because back then I used to wear Jordans, and he let me know, hey, pick out the pair of shoes you want and I'll buy them for you for Christmas. I had picked out the ones that I thought looked nice. Come to find out that these were the Air Jordan XXXII, the Roman numeral for that number. And yeah, I just gave away the number, but this is what it is. Fast forward to summer of 2018. I wore it. I ended up wearing it as my football jersey number. Coincidentally enough, one of my closest friends, Scholar, he actually wore that number the year before me. He had wore that same jersey. Coincidentally. Which I obviously, if you know me, I don't believe in coincidences, but I sometimes use that word for lack of better words. Let's see. And then there's multiple other occurrences. For example, September 10th, 2023, I had filmed some B-roll footage that I was using to create an Instagram reel / TikTok. And it was basically just a little thing I put together that was showing my physique progress of how I went from 165 pounds to 190 pounds within a year. And so I had recorded myself running some sprints, stretching at Arcadia High School. And then when I got home and I finished putting the video together and I had uploaded the video, I realized in the background on the fence, the number is written on the fence in very large. You could see it clear as day. Video's on my Instagram if you want to go look at it. Just go to my Instagram, BigShirt626. That is my Instagram. You can find it in the description as well. Sort by reels, you'll see it. Video, it wasn't intentional. I just got home, shot the video, looked at it, and I'm like, wait a minute, the number's right there. Now let me see, is there any more important ones that I want to point out? Not yet. Okay. Some of them are moderate, other of them get pretty wild. So allow me to fast forward, or you know what? Let's fast forward to modern day. And I believe this was a message from the oracle. Why do I refer to it as the oracle? Because I don't want to speak too soon and say, oh, I'm communicating directly with God or the Most High, Yahweh. Some of you say Yeshua, some of you say Jesus Christ. I don't want to speak too soon and say that, you know. I do believe that this thing is good and possibly could have my best intention, but I'd rather not speak too soon. So today, November 7th, 2024. Keep in mind, I'm supposed to film this video today. Yesterday, my camera overheated by chance. Yesterday, I did not ask it any questions, but today, this particular number appeared to me exactly 5 times, which is it appeared to me to a 6th time, but I didn't count it because I don't like to count the appearances if, let's just say, for example, the number is 100, or let's just say it's 100. If the number appears like 100.1, I won't count it. If the number appears, how do I say this? 100,000, I won't count it, right? So it has to be spot on. It has to be the number itself by itself. And today, leading up to the point of this recording, it has appeared to me exactly 5 times, which is the most amount of times that it has ever appeared to me in one day. So today, September 11th, first it had appeared to me 3 times. Right here it's written down. I have proof and photos for all this, by the way. So this is what I wrote down, right? Strangely enough, the number appeared to me 3 times today. I'm unsure why it did. I did not pray for it. First, I had to render some long footage that it was going to take a little more than 2 hours to render, which was the footage I had shot last night. That was the previous episode that you guys may or may not have seen. So let me make sure this is okay. You know what's not good is that this microphone has been messing up. I'm not gonna lie. So hopefully that stays put right there. So the footage was gonna take 2 hours to render. So I decided to go lay down for a bit on the couch in the living room with the dog, because my dad and his girlfriend had got a dog, right? And the TV was on, so I just, my dad had left the TV on, so I was just watching the TV for a bit. I haven't watched TV in I don't even know how long, to be honest with you. Yeah, even if I try to remember, I can't even remember when the last time I watched TV was. So Family Guy happened to be on. In those episodes I've seen before, it's the episode when Brian the dog becomes a teacher at school, and then Chris has a really hot teacher, and he tries to obviously bone the teacher. And then one day Brian goes to work. He goes to school, goes to work in a football jersey. And guess what number it is on the jersey? Yeah, I took a photo of it, obviously. So I'm like, okay, cool. And then after this, at exactly 5:31 p.m., almost missed it, I went to, and I'd rather keep this person low key, but I went to send a special someone a picture on Snapchat, to keep, because we have a Snapchat streak. And the streak, guess how many days it was? Yeah. So our last streak was almost 300 days. So for it to be this exact number on this day is not a coincidence, let's just say. Sorry, there's something in my eye. So, all right, cool. I took a screenshot of that. And then I looked at her Snapchat score and I know she had like a 400,000 Snapchat score, which, yeah, I know is a big red flag to most guys, but whatever. That's I'll leave that between me and her. And then I go to check my Snapchat score, and it was the number 1,000. Not 1,000, but it was the number that I'm talking about, 1,000. Not exactly, but it had a 409 after it. And like I said, I don't like to count the number if it's not exactly the number. But since I'd already seen it 2 times previously today, that's why I'm like, okay, it's going to be important to document this. And plus, it's not only the reason why it's also very rare is just the appearances back to back to back, you know? So it's not like I just saw it one time today. Because most people, let's say, they see the Brian thing that he's wearing the number on the jersey, blah, blah, blah. They'll just let it slide, right? But it's the fact that I see it here, then I see it again, then I see it again, is what makes it strange. So I'm like, okay, what are you trying? I literally sat down. I was working on some footage. Today I was working on a short for my gaming channel, right? I had shot it yesterday. I had shot some of the footage yesterday, but I didn't like it. I reshot it today, reshot it again. I think I reshot it 3 times today. And then I realized, I was literally sitting down editing the footage. Well, before I was about to edit, I was like, okay, what are you trying? And I was thinking this aloud, right? I'm like, what are you trying to communicate with me? I didn't pray for this last night. The only time that it has appeared more than once in a day are the times that I prayed for it. I did not pray for this. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say the content that I'm creating is helping me go in the right direction? After this, I'm editing the footage and I realized that you guys can go see this on my gaming channel. It's my most recent short. It's called Fully Loaded Xbox 360. Hacked Xbox 360. And when I was talking about the cover art, it was the Deadpool game, and the Deadpool game was exactly the number out of 194 games that I have on that console. Which is rare because, number one, I plan on adding more games to the console. So that would mean that this game in particular is not going to be that number, and also the number depends on the title of the game in alphabetical order. So yeah, and it just happens to be included in this video out of all the titles in that, out of all 194 games that I could have stopped and been like, hey, look at the cover art. So yeah, so it appears then, and then my dad's girlfriend gets home. She had made us some hamburgers. So I go to the kitchen to get my hamburger, and my dad's girlfriend is on the phone and she's talking to her daughter, and she says, oh, you should go get some Starbucks with the number in dollar amount. She says the number dollars. So I'm like, okay, this is getting a little weird now, because why am I seeing this number so much? So I believe this was the Oracle or whomever, right? That's just letting me know that this video that I'm recording right now I'm headed in the right direction with it. How exactly am I headed? I don't know. All right, well, let me hurry up. So the first question, let's backtrack rewind, and let me tell you, I'm going to tell you two more occurrences, right? The first time I ever asked it anything. This was the first time I ever asked it something. I had asked it, this was the first time I said, Lord, why am I seeing this number so much? And I had read somewhere, I was researching this, and I was like, okay, why am I seeing this number so much? And it was another angel. It was obviously, I looked it up, and it was obviously took me to some angel numbers bullshit. I don't believe in angel numbers because obviously, no, these dumb fucking, like, I don't mean to be vulgar or nothing, but like, let's keep it real. These dumb bitches get it tatted, and you know, oh, my angel numbers, bitch, shut up. Like, God, but I really don't mean to be vulgar or be a dick, but that's just how I feel about it, and I'd rather be honest with my feelings than, you know, lie. So I read somewhere, oh, this number might be letting you know every time you see it that you're on the right path, like in general in life. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. When I prayed that night, I said, hey, if this number is letting me know, I said, Lord, if this number is letting me know that I am on the right track in my life, if I am on the right path, let me know by making the number appear to me tomorrow. And I believe I said, okay. Yes, I believe I had said, please let the number appear to me. Yes, that's correct. So I had asked the Most High, I said, please make the number appear to me. And this is the night before the day. I said, make the number appear to me tomorrow after 3 p.m. So the window was after 3 p.m. to the time I go to sleep. Now at 8:20 p.m., I'm scrolling through Instagram Reels, right? As I usually do. Unfortunately, it's a terrible addiction. If I had to give you guys some advice, please try to stop scrolling. I've been getting a little bit better at it. Actually, I've been getting a lot better at it. But scrolling through Instagram Reels, I see a clip of Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Obviously, I can't skip that. I'm a huge Transformers fan, right? But I have seen the Transformer movies 100 times back to back, right? Transformers 3 alone, I've probably seen it 20 times. But there was a certain part in the movie that really caught my attention, and it was in this clip, and I was like, how have I not realized this? And so Sam Witwicky, he's kicking his car or whatever, and he says, oh, you know what? I'm actually about so-and-so % done with my car. Yeah, guess what percentage he was done with his car? It was the number. So I'm like, okay, there's no way that just happened. Like, my prayer was answered. And what makes it so special is the fact that I had seen this movie thousands of times. Obviously not thousands, 20, probably over 20 times in my life. And I never noticed that. Even though I know this number always reoccurs in my life. And he said so-and-so % done. Why exactly this number? It's not 30. It's not 20. It's not. He could have said 25%. He could have said 50%. But he said exactly this number. Like, what? It just doesn't make sense. And so I'm like, okay, I have to confirm this. So I bring up my own copy of the movie. And I have the disc on a 4K Blu-ray. I didn't want to set up my TV, my Xbox, and put in the movie. I have a digital copy as well, so that's what I try to play. That's what I ended up playing it with, just so I could scrub through the movie a little easier and find the clip. I'm like, okay, I have to confirm this. I want to go to the movie myself, see the part of the movie, and just take a picture of it as well. So now I go to the movie, I go to my, I believe, yeah, it's my Movies Anywhere app. Which, by the way, when you buy a movie on a 4K Blu-ray, there's sometimes it comes with a digital copy. It gives you a code and then you redeem the movie on the app, right? So I go to the app and I'm like, okay, I have a feeling that it's on the Fandango Now app, but I'm going to check my Movies Anywhere app first. I go onto my Movies Anywhere and I go to my movies, and it says, well, I think I look for the movies first, and then the Transformer movies weren't there. And then it says my movies, the number. So I have exactly this amount of movies on that app. I'm like, okay. Now I'm starting to get a little freaked out, because this is the first time it's appeared to me more than once in one day. And this was back to back. Like literally back to back. I saw the clip, went to my movies, and now it's here again. Okay. I see how this is going. All right. Took a screenshot as soon as I saw that, right? And now I go to the movie. I finally get to the movie, right? I go to where it said, where he says this percentage. Guess how many minutes into the movie he says it? Guess how many? Just take a wild guess of how many minutes into the movie he says this particular number. Yeah. It was that number. So I took a screenshot of that too, as well. And I'm like, okay. So every time I see this number, I am generally headed in the right direction, generally headed in the right path. Okay. All right. Wow. And yeah, there's sorry, I just got a little I don't know, something strange just happened to me right now. Forgive me. So blah blah. I'm just reading through the document right now, trying to remember which ones I should. And another thing too that's important to know, and this has happened to me more than once, is when the number does appear to me, that I will take the screenshot, and then in the screenshot you can see the time that it was taken was, let's say, 12 and then the number. So another hint that I'll give you guys is the number is between 1 and 100, obviously. Or I guess I should say between 1 and 60, because I just, an hour is 60. So when I take the evidence, when I take screenshots for evidence, right? It'll be, let's say, 12 in the number AM. As soon as I take the screenshot, and I don't even see it until after I take it. That's happened more than once now. So now I have some unfortunate news, and this is going to be probably the worst part of this video, or the saddest part. I really don't know what to say, but it's going to be important for me to say. As you know, I treat these videos as somewhat as a diary, and when I pass on, I want to leave something behind, my word, and so this is how I do it. I don't know what made me ask this question to the Oracle, but I did. I said, this was the most crucial question I've ever asked. I said, do I pass away at the age of this number? And you know what? I don't want to give away the number. If you guys will be able to put 2 and 2 together, honestly. If you're a fan of me, if you follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on this YouTube channel, the number's right there, right below you. It's right in front of your face. Trust me. But let's just say I said, do I die at an age, and it was the number, and it's a young age. Let's just say it's only a decade and 1 year from now. in my life, and I'm 21 years old. And I said, appear to me tomorrow. Okay? And the time frame I gave it was from when I wake up to when I wake up. Now, why is it not from when I wake up to when I go to sleep? Because I have seen it in my dream before when I prayed for it. So now sometimes I set the window from when I wake up to when I wake up. And me and my special someone, who I'd rather keep low key, we started a Minecraft world, right? I usually get motion sick when playing Minecraft, but I found out if I make my screen smaller, I don't get motion sick. Let me make sure I'm in focus right here. Sorry about that. I do apologize. And we've gone all out in this world, right? Excuse me. We've gone all out in this world. We basically I run 100% in Minecraft. I got all the achievements because, I found duplication glitches and other type of glitches, so on and so forth. So with the world's fully loaded, right? I even found ways to get command blocks. So yeah, and it's a legit survival world. Like if you go into the settings, it'll say survival, and yeah. So every game I play, I exploit for some reason. So moving on. So I'm setting up a command block because obviously, at spawn, usually I think most people could relate to this. When you play Minecraft, you create a world. You kind of build a house at where you spawn, and then one day you decide to move to build a bigger and better base. So yeah, that's what I did here. I didn't move too far away, but I wanted to set up a teleporter using a command block to send me to the spawn point. And now I was using a seed map. Basically, there's websites that let you put in the seed of your world, and it'll show you everything that's in your world and all the generated structures and whatnot, the coordinates of everything. So I got the spawn point coordinates using a seed map. And the coordinates were under my nose this entire time. It was hiding under me this entire time, because I have seen the spawn point coordinates many times, and it never occurred to me. So the coordinates were x negative 128. Y obviously it could be whatever depending on altitude, and then it was the number. Not negative, it was the number, exactly. And now you guys are probably thinking, it's just a coincidence, whatever. In Minecraft, you're supposed to spawn at 0, every time. In Minecraft, you're supposed to spawn at 0 every time. And I did some tests, generated a couple of worlds, and each time I created a world, I spawned exactly at 0. So why in this world am I spawning at exactly these coordinates? I don't understand. So I said, okay, if this is the spawn point, where is 0 located? I set up a command block, set up a teleport. I put 0, and it took me to the spawn coordinates. Even though the coordinates were zeros, I put 0, it took me to the coordinates. So I'm like, so these are the correct, this is 0, or okay, maybe if you put 0, it just defaults to the spawn point. Maybe that's how that works. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, let me, what happens if I had closed Minecraft, right? Because every time the number appears to me, I investigate it, right? I'm like, okay, I try to put it in my head, like, is this just a coincidence, or is this like rare? So I'm investigating the shit out of this, right? I'm like, okay, what if I just walk to 0? I get in, I hit the command block, I use the teleporter again, that teleports me to 0, because I figured it would send me to the spawn point coordinates like it did the last time. I hit the button, and this time it actually takes me to 0. So I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Well, why last time it was taking me to the spawn coordinates? Was that a glitch, or like, what the fuck is going on? Like, as ridiculous as this sounds, is the Oracle really trying to communicate with me, or what? Okay. So I'm confused now. So I'm like, okay. Like I said, I had generated some worlds and they always spawned me at 0, 0. I'm like, okay, I'm going to create this same world again using the same seed, and I want to see where it spawns me. So I create the same world again using the same seed. It didn't spawn me at 0, 0, but tell me why it spawned me, instead of where I have been in the original world, it spawns me at negative 120 Z coordinate 46 instead of the number. So I'm like, how is that possible? If it's the same seed, it's the same exact world, why would it not spawn me at this number? So, yeah. So does this mean that I pass away at this age in 11 years from now? I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I would not be surprised. And honestly, if for whatever reason I do pass away at this age, it's pretty fair. I'm not going to lie. You know, I've been going through a lot of medical conditions, physical and mental, that they just don't seem to be getting better. And I mean, they do, but they don't. You guys know already, and like, I'm so fucked up in the head to the point where I really don't care anymore. But I've heard voices before, and I've talked about it in a different video, but I've heard voices before, and it's not like I physically heard them, but I heard them in my head. And predominantly, coincidentally enough, they were numbers that I was hearing, because I used to really, really like my favorite video games of all time. My favorite video game of all time is Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And the protagonist in this game is brainwashed, and he hears a lot of numbers in his head. That used to happen to me too after playing that game, and I guess having somewhat of an obsession with the game. So I've heard things that aren't there, and that's one of my mental conditions. I have been diagnosed with panic disorder, which is an anxiety disorder. That's not good. It hasn't really gotten better. I feel disassociated at most times, and as far as physical, my heart is fucked up. It's kind of blown to shit. My neck is super fucked up right now from the car accident. I have almost like ghost pains from the heart procedure. They fucked me up in that procedure, because and that's kind of like the mental part. It's just when I think of the heart procedure, I start to cringe, and it's not a good feeling. And all I'm basically trying to say, I'm not trying to make you guys feel bad for me or nothing. Not at all. Not at all. I would never. All I'm trying to say is that I think this number is pretty fair, and it's pretty. I don't even see myself surviving till that long. Like, I'm pretty fucked up in the head. I'm not, like, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I'm just being 100% honest, bro. Like, I'm just keeping it real. Like, so if I do pass away at this age, it's honestly a pretty fair number, because, man, I didn't even think I would live that long, bro, to be honest. The reason I started this channel is because I thought I'd be dying pretty soon. Because, and if you don't already know, anxiety is not good for your heart. So somebody who has a problem with their who has something called SVT, where my heart beats faster than it should, mixed with anxiety, is not fucking good. But unfortunately for me, I'm kind of a stingy bastard, and I will never in my fucking life let the doctors put me under again. I will never fucking go to sleep again. Fuck that. It's gonna be it's gonna be causing more damage to me than it is good. Even if they fix my heart condition, it's gonna be causing more damage than it is good, because they fucked me up the last time, bro. And they didn't even fix my fucking heart, those pieces of shit. Like, I'm sorry, like, forgive me. I know you guys tried, but some of those doctors were pieces of shit, just the way they were talking to me. And the fact that they let me go home the same day when I was fucked up, because the anesthesia had a bad effect on me. I didn't react to it well. But look, if you're watching this and I have passed on for whatever reason, because I mean, it's only 11 years from now, which is really not that far from now. It's a very young age. I will. It's coincidentally enough, it's around the same age my mom passed. I don't know. I think maybe I was just supposed to. Maybe I wasn't even meant to be here. Who the fuck knows? Well, I don't know. I can't say that, because if I'm here, then it was meant to be, right? But I don't even have a shirt on, but I have a sweater. I'm so fucking weird. I know. But I think the things that I'm talking about are less fucking weird compared to what I'm wearing. So, yeah. But if I have passed on for whatever reason, just know that when I pass on, it was meant to be. Trust me. It doesn't matter how young. It doesn't matter if somebody were to come and shoot me in the head right now. It was meant to be. Okay? Just remember that. Like, I'm fine. Whatever comes after this I'm in a better place. And I personally believe I'll be judged after this, and I'll either be sent to hell or heaven. And wherever I'm sent, I deserve to go. Do I believe I'll make it into heaven? Yes, I do. Do I live that life? No, definitely not. I don't. I mean, by the amount of times I've cursed in this video, I haven't. But let's just. I'm just hoping, honestly, I outlive my dad. To be honest, I just hope I outlive my dad. But it's not up to me, you know. If I am truly meant to pass away at this age, it is what it is, you know. And I'm honestly, I'm happy with the number. Literally, I can't even complain. I saw myself passing away way sooner than that. And you know, I've spoken to multiple people about the voices. I've professionals too. I've spoken to multiple professionals about it. Multiple people know about my heart condition, the MRI thing, how that wasn't even supposed to be possible. Nobody really, you know, cares, you know. Like, they do care, don't get me wrong, but when it came down to the voices, like the professionals who could possibly help me, prescribe me medication or whatever, they literally brushed me off. Like, oh, well, that doesn't sound realistic. That's not possible because you're able to different. If I just fucking told you what the fuck are you talking about? If I just fucking told you what I've been hearing and you're gonna fucking brush me off, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah. Is what it is, right? Anyways, back to being fucking cool. You know what? I actually wanted to share something with you guys. Let me take my glasses off for a little bit. Almost dropped it. You know what I've been thinking about lately, a lot about lately, is how we always try to, as humans, hold on, why is this, you know what, let me move this. I've been thinking about lately how us as humans, we always try to differentiate good, bad, past, present, future, gift, curse. We always think of them as opposites when in reality, make sure this is in focus, they are just two sides of the same coin. There is no difference in them. My mom passed away 14 years ago, 2010. I was 7 years old. And it was unfortunate. But, you know, that could be considered a curse. But guess what? It was a gift in the sense that it forced me to become a stronger man, and it builds me into a stronger man to this day. Even though I love you, I mean that in the most respectful way possible to my mother. If she is listening, which I hope she's not, I hope she's having a blast up there, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, it was a gift. Like I said, it was a gift in the sense that it helps me become a stronger man every day. And it was a curse, the fact that I lost somebody that I was supposed to have in my life, at least until I was 18. And, I mean, that's a similar thing to good and bad, you know? You know, and then we also, I talked about past, present, and future. You know, us humans, we tend to think of past, present, and future in, well, I guess this is a bad example. We tend to think of past, present, and future in a linear timeline, right? Oh, wrong way. In a linear timeline, right? We think past, present, where you are right now, future. When in reality, if you read the Bible and you read when the disciples asked Jesus Christ or Yahusha or Yeshua, what will the end times be like? Notice how Christ always referred to the past when speaking about the end, which tells you what? Past, present, and future actually work in a circular motion. And you know, funnily enough, this coin right here was given to me by an old friend of mine from the Navy who I'm no longer friends with. His name's Caleb. And you know what, Caleb? God bless you, bro. I still keep this coin right here. And you know what else I keep? This too, which was a gift from our mutual friend named Noah Mason. Yeah, Mason. Yeah, coincidentally enough. They didn't want to be my friend. Well, I didn't want to be their friends anymore because for some strange reason, they thought I hated gay people or something ridiculous, so I just walked away from it. But, you know, I cherish these gifts that they gave me because at one point in time, our friendships were true. And you know what? I thank you for those times. So God bless you both. And I hope if I ever did you wrong, I hope one day you can forgive me. So this episode has run on ridiculously long, just as long as the last episode. Forgive me for that. But and it's crazy too, because the last episode was the longest episode I ever made, and this one's even longer. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. God bless you. I'll be praying for all of my audience. And if you want to, pray for me as well. I would appreciate that, you know. But you know what? My camera's probably about to overheat, so I should wrap this up. But I love you guys. God bless you. I truly mean it from the bottom of my heart.